Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 50 of this series. As you can see, we're starting things off a little bit different here, and this is going to be a little bit different of an episode. I mentioned it in the end of the last episode. If you didn't see that, I'll explain the concept again. This episode is going to be... I thought it would be nice for episode 50 to do sort of a recap, like a... This is how far we've come in 50 episodes. This is what we've done in 50 episodes. Also, it gives me a good chance to talk about how things are going to be changing moving forward. And I feel like it's important that I communicate properly with you guys. There will be some changes, and I won't know the extent of changes for a little bit, but I want to make sure that, I want to make sure you're aware of the few game plans I have. But I say we start by just looking around at what we've done. With the very first build we did here, the house, which has come a long way since it was first put together, with this wonderful front yard with the tree, the backyard area looking a lot nicer than it originally did, the basement area looking a hell of a lot nicer than it used to. I'm still really like this area. I think it has a really interesting theme. Also, that Enderman's there. If he's still there by next episode, he's going to be joining them. There'll be a polycule. But I really like this area for the atmosphere. The 50 million axolotls running around, the lights from both the lanterns and the crystals. I think it just comes together really nicely. I also like... For it being the first build on this world, I think it still holds up pretty damn well. Like, I think, like, these builds are nice, but they're relatively samey and very much more of a, okay, I needed a building for this sort of thing. Let's just get a building sorted for this sort of thing. Is it me or am I noticing some frame drop on the recording? Oh, we never did anything with the attic. I completely forgot this place existed. Huh. Looks... Maybe it's just OBS having a hissy fit. Got the wonderful little kitchen area here. Not quite... Oh, when you're in spectator, you can see the armor stand. That's neat. So yeah, that's where the armor stand currently is for this little quote-unquote knife on the chopping board. Here's we get a chance to look at the absolute mess that is the underside of this base with the, like, 3 different redstone machines going on. And it is a bit of a mess. But it looks, you know, it works, and I'm quite content with it. See the underground, you can see how the train tracks work here. We've got the wonderful beehive that we made all the way back in episode, like... Oh, my word, what was it? It was like episode... It was a while ago. It was, I think it was around episode 12-ish. It has just sort of been sitting here dormant because it has run out of bottles. But that's fine. I'm not too fussed about that. We don't exactly need honey anytime soon. I love this, like, technique of having the, whatchamacallit? The, like, vines over the top. I think that looks really nice. The docks, again, another nice build that we did fairly early on. Got the llama that still needs a name. The 2 bridges, which that was a pain in the ass. This, not so much. The little farms, we did those episode 14-ish, I think. Still quite like them. Could probably add a bit more detail now, but that's not too bad. We are currently on backup, so I can actually... Nah. We'll go with the atmosphere for now. I think it looks alright. The monument that I'm still working on. You can't sleep in a bed in... Can you sleep in a bed in Spectator? No. Okay. Well, we'll... Ow. Okay. We'll go go fix this. And like I said, this is on a backup. This isn't on the, this isn't the actual world that I'm using. This is a backup. That I have altered to allow me to use commands so we can properly look around at everything we've done so far. Again, this I'm really pleased with how far it's come from this original little starter house to this sprawling little community, the industrial district. Like everything is so much more now. Like this build it did take quite a while, but I still love how it came out. I love the general vibe of it. I love the leaves down the top. I think that's just a really nice touch. Can we see the armor stands here? We can sort of see the armor stands here. Yeah, the paper's armor stands as well. I really... This is actually quite nice to just sort of wander through, like, there's the tree, which I still need to, like, that corner I need to add a bit. This corner I need to add a bit, so on and so forth. Stables I'm quite content with. This is quite nice. Oh, yes, we've got the dungeon area over here. We made that in what, like episode 18? That was fun. That's been really helpful, actually. I mean, just having an XP farm just like on tap like that is incredibly helpful. Let's see if we can't. There it is. It's a small mod, little shack, but I do quite like it nonetheless. I quite like this porch area. I'm probably gonna bring that little like actually like moved out porch into some of our more like bigger builds. You got, of course, the elevators all the way down. You've got the redstone for the lighting that's going fucking nuts for some reason. And now it's fine. And you've got the wonderful little spawner room and the little killing chamber with the sofa. All very nice. I do need to expand that. We are completely full on shit. I quite like this. It's quite nice. While we're heading over to the industrial district, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and sticking with me for all of this. We're going the wrong way. We are going the completely wrong way. Now, while there is going to be a change, it's definitely not going to be a, oh shit, suddenly everything's stopped. You know, it's going to keep going, and thank you for your support so far. I greatly appreciate it. I honestly didn't quite expect to get this far in so little time. Just sort of started doing this because I found it interesting and I wanted to do it, and now we're nearly at 20 subscribers and it's going incredibly well. But yes, the industrial district, the fucking behemoth of a build, our first real mega build. It is bigger than I needed it to be. It is legitimately, like, let's get a proper aerial view of this motherfucker. That is way bigger than I needed it to be. I could have brought that in by like 20 blocks each fucking side at least, and we would have still had enough room. But well, who doesn't like big things? Big things are great. I do really like how this has turned out so far, and this is, like I've mentioned, this is going to be a continually worked on project. So it's not necessarily going to be done and then we'll move on to other mega structures. Okay, maybe that's fixed it a bit. I don't quite know. No, it hasn't. Okay, so it's just how OBS is right now. Yeah, this wonderful industrial district, these beautiful... I still really love these windows. I think they look really nice. Seeing them from the outside is... Like, this is an angle you don't get to see all too much, but it just looks really cool, I think. And like this, you can start to see here some of the excavation I had to do. All of these like dark holes, these dark gaps. Like I had to excavate quite a bit. Like we kept running into this mine shaft. And I do want to finish terraforming this area. It's just finding the time for it. But I am quite happy with how the industrial district has done itself so far. It's Guardian Farm. A rather, you know, this whole like farm area, it's got some rather simplistic palettes, but they look really. I genuinely think they are some of the best builds in this world. Especially, maybe not so much the roof part. That's a little bit wonk. But looking at it from down here, that is such an intricately detailed structure. I am immensely happy with how it came out. Genuinely, I legitimately love it so much. I think it looks so cool. And the elevator, man, look at that. All of the wiring, like, you don't get to see this normally because we're, in survival mode. But with spectator mode, you can see all the wiring. You can see where that dungeon is that we're going to play around with at some point. All of the mechanics that go behind locking the lift in place. The amethyst room, which was a little bit, not necessarily the best thing I've ever made, but it's, it's good enough. I'm happy with it. I do really like this gazebo, though. This is the first time in a long time of me making a gazebo. And where are the maps? Do maps not show up in spectator mode? That's weird. But yeah, this wonderful elevator leads us down to this little portal room. I'm just so happy with how far this world has come and everything about it. It legitimately, I love how far we've come, and we are only going to be going further. While yes, things are going to change, and we're going to get onto that in a second, we are just going to we are just going to keep going further with this world. It's genuinely, I really enjoy building on it and playing on it. The reason why I need to siphon out the episodes is because it's taking me so long to make an episode, because I want to make sure that it's good. Which is why the last few episodes have been a little bit short, because I've been essentially pushing to get them done so that I can schedule them so I can have a week to sort some stuff out in real life. Because I'm going to be getting a little bit more hectic in the next few weeks, and that's going to last for quite a while. And as a result, the schedule of upload might change. Right now, we're doing 2 episodes a week. One Monday, one Friday. Or thereabouts, depending on, how long it takes me to get something uploaded. What I do want to try and keep that 2 episode a week. Did I say 2 episode a month? I'll start over, because I don't remember if I did or not. It's a little bit late at night for me. I'm getting a little bit hazy. The current schedule is 2 episodes a week, one Monday, one Friday. That might change, it might not. I won't know if that's going to change for a little bit. What I do know is that it won't just be the Villa Survival Series episodes. It won't just be those episodes anymore. It will be modded, and there might be some other stuff that gets filtered in there depending on what happens, like maybe some adventure maps or some parkour maps or whatever, or mini games or something. But that's a lot more of a, oh shit, I need to do something because I want to do something, haven't got a clue what to do, here's something, maybe some different games as well, maybe some Stellaris, maybe some Terraria, maybe some Stardew, it's I wanted to get this series off. I wanted to get one solid series off the ground, and I'm quite content that I've done that. So now I'm in a comfortable. Look at that sunset. Look at that sunset. Can we get it through the window? Hang on. Look at that. I love that. I love this build. But yes, so I'm quite happy that this series is up to a point where it's like it's off the ground, it's off the ground. it will continue. I'm just going to be shuffling in some other stuff now. For example, the modded series, I've got the mod pack ready to go. It's just a matter of getting the first episode recorded, which is no problem. And they will start to be uploaded not this coming week, but the week after. And it's going to be a few weeks of modded before we return to this world. Mainly because I want to give modded a little bit of a kick up the backside to get off the ground, and then we'll start to balance it out a bit more. Something that might happen is it might drop down to 1 video a week. And if there is ever a point where I am swamped and I haven't been able to get any videos recorded, I will put a post up on Twitter or something. I have a Twitter. I barely use it, but it's there. Something else that I'm going to try and get done, hopefully before, say, November, is streaming. And the plan for that is I want to start by streaming a series of killing the Ender Dragon in hardcore. And what I'll do with the VODs is I will upload them onto this channel, but I will just put them in a series playlist separate to the survival one and the modded one when that gets put up. After that, though, I think for streaming it's going to be either working on a build on a world or just a general game that I feel like playing. If you want to just get linked to that, my Twitch is in the description of all of the videos, I think. I'm pretty sure I put it in there. I hope I put it in there. It's been a while since I've actually looked at that description. So that won't be happening for a little bit, but it's hopefully before the end of the year it will be there. What else should I talk about? There's a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. Oh yes. In terms of like size of episodes, they are probably going to start to get a little bit shorter than, like, every now and again there'll probably be one that's like 40-ish, but otherwise they're most likely going to be 30, 35 and under, possibly dropping down to 25, depending on how much time I have. You know, it's you know, while things are going to be getting a little bit more hectic, I'm still going to try and stick to the schedule I've got. That might not work, and as I mentioned, I think I'm repeating myself now. I have a habit of doing that every now and again. It's, you know, it's going to be an interesting adaptation. It's going to be interesting to see how I adapt to the changing situations, but I will do my best to keep you updated on the way. If anything changes, I'll let you know. Like I said, I do occasionally put stuff up on Twitter, but it's literally mostly just like updates on, like, okay, this episode's taking longer to edit. It will be up on the Saturday. It's not so, because Twitter's a fucking shithole. The less time I can spend there, the better. But it is good for stuff like this until I get the YouTube community tabs thing. But yeah, I think that's about it in terms of getting you guys up to speed. Wow, it looks cool at night. Seeing that glow is really cool. So yeah. So I also just wanted to say once again, thank you all for watching, and sticking with me through this learning process, because it really has been a learning process. Like, if you go back and see the first video and compare it to this one, or like episode 49 or something, you can see a major difference in you can see how I've started to find my footing. You know, it's a lot better now, and hopefully it will just keep going up. See, that's a nice shot. I think that might be the screenshot for the thumbnail. Seeing it really puts it into perspective. Seeing the original um, the original base of ours, from like an aerial point of view compared to all the other stuff that we've made. That's really cool. But yes, so thank you very much for watching and sticking with it. It's gonna be more to come, I promise. Just like I've said, I think this is like my third or fourth time saying it. There's more to come, but things are going to be changing. But I'm very excited to get that modded series started. And I am very excited to get a few other things started, like streaming. But yes, thank you all very much for watching. This is definitely a shorter episode. But it was sort of meant to be a shorter, like, hey, look at what we've done so far, you know. Look at how pretty everything is from, you know, the sky, and also an update on a few key things, you know, like how things are going to be changing and so on and so forth. Okay, good. That's shut. And that's shut. Okay. This is a backup, but still, it would be easier to not have to make another backup. But yeah. Thank you all very much for watching this episode. I don't expect it to do anywhere near as well as the others, because to be honest, this isn't really that interesting. I just felt like it was important that it was, you know, it's important that I update you guys on how things might be changing, and I also really just wanted to see what this place looked like from spectator mode, because oh my god, it looks kind of cool. Oh my god, El Pigo! Where's my boy? We didn't check El Pigo. Where's my boy? There he is. There's my lad. Yeah. And there's the little mine that goes all the way down to this ridiculous cave system that there are geodes there? Man. Here's the, I don't think I've brought this up in any videos. This has become the Deep Slate Quarry. It's quite big. But you know, in 50 episodes, we've accomplished an awful lot. I mean, we've killed the Ender Dragon, we've killed the Wither, we've raided a mansion, we've built so much fun stuff. I'm really happy with how this world has come and grown and changed, and I don't know. I'm just really happy with it. But yes, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this significantly shorter episode. If you did watch the whole thing through, thank you very much. There's no obligation to. This is definitely more of a updatey recap video, rather than anything new and interesting. So I'm really not expecting this one to do like, oh, it's got 20 views, haha, you know. But yes, thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope you've enjoyed this series so far and my content as a whole. And I hope that you will enjoy the future stuff that I put out, and you will stick with me through the changes that are going to be coming relatively soon. Again, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one, which is probably going to be modded. Bye!